Hi everyone. I'm going to do a demonstration of my idea of fluid painting. I've been practicing for a few weeks now and I have about 14 little paintings. Hopefully I'm going to do a big one soon. But a couple of things you need to have to create fluid paintings is of course the acrylic paint, Floetrol, which makes the paint flow nice and gets rid of bubbles and brush and roller marks. And then treadmill oil. Treadmill oil is a lubricant and it acts as an oil to create the cells. The cells are little oil bubbles in the paint that when they pop, the colors underneath come to the surface and they create those beautiful designs. Here is one that I did the other day. And as you see in the yellow, you'll see the red pop through. In the turquoise, you'll see the green and the yellow pop through. And these are where, when the bubbles popped, the undercolor came through. So this is kind of a neat one that I did. I really like this one. And so today what I'm going to do, or now, is I'm going to show you how to mix the color. All the rest of the colors I have done, but I left this one to show you. And you have a little bit of paint, and then with my Floetrol I'm just going to do 50-50, so it's 1 part Floetrol, 1 part paint. You mix that up. Add a little water just to get it to look like melted ice cream. Is how they have seen. I've been watching a lot of videos and that's what they say. Then I'm going to add a couple of drops. You don't need a lot of this. Just a couple of drops of lubricant and you just give it a little twirl. Now I'm going to do what's called a dirty cup flip pour. I believe that's what it's called, dirty cup flip pour. I've been watching a couple of people online, Anne-Marie Ridderhoff and Saskia Smith. They're into some really big stuff, which I will get to eventually. But this is how that I've been taught how to do this. So here we go. Right now, then, we're just going to put all the colors into here, and it depends on what you want on the bottom that will end up on the top. So whatever color you put on the bottom will end up on the top. This one I already mixed everything in it, so I'm going to now just add colors and I'm just going to pour them into the cup. And you pour them haphazardly, you know, in different amounts, different layers. I'm going to do all kinds of colors. I just picked a whole bunch of colors. Don't know if they're going to work right, but we'll see. So right now, I'm just loading this little cup with some color. And this one actually will take less than 3 ounces. But I'm going to almost probably do just a little smaller than the cup itself, so just a little less than the cup itself, I mean, which I think these are 3-ounce cups. On a 10 by 10 you're supposed to use about 3 ounces of paint. Now some people have put a layer of paint on top of here. When it's a canvas like this, I kind of, being a painter, I kind of like the painterly line. So, you know, you find the little indents of the canvas. So I'm going to leave it as is. And then just see what happens. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our cup. We're going to lift our canvas and we're going to put it on top. Then we're just going to flip. Now we're just going to leave it there for a minute. And what that does, it allows the paint to come down from the top, flow down into or onto the canvas. So let's see what happens. Give it a couple more seconds. Okay, so what you do is you can move it around before lifting it, or you can just lift it, or you do all kinds of things. So I'm going to move it, lift a little, move it, lift a little, and then lift it all up. Okay, holy moly, look at that. Now the other thing you need is a torch. This is a creme brulee torch, and you're just going to fire it. And what happens is if you fire this right now, it'll bring out some of the cells because it'll start popping those little bubbles. You're going to let that sit for a minute, sort of let the colors meld into each other. And then we're going to start tilting the canvas to make that move around. All right, here we go. Boy, that's kind of cool. You do it slowly, and just so you don't lose all the colors. And it will go off the side, that's fine. That's kind of cool. And it's just sort of moving around, or moving down. I'm trying to get it to move down this way. Some very interesting stuff happening here. Kind of liking it. I'm just moving it, moving it. It's just going to touch the corner. There. Awesome. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just make sure my sides are covered, because we don't need to put frames on these if we don't want to. So if you got the sides covered, you don't have to, because of course you're hiding the sides through the paint. All right, let's see. Let's check my other sides. Oh, I can put some of that on there. Ooh. Good, good. All right. Yeah. Ooh, that's nice. All right. All the sides are covered. There we go. I like that one. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is use my torch and see if we can bring some more of these cells out. And of course, let me show you. We get that close. The cells are those teeny little holes, like they look like little teeny bubbles in the paint. There's some underneath those. The ones you can see are the ones that have already come to the surface. There's some underneath those. What we're trying to do is bring those out too. So let's see. Now this will take 2 or 3 days to dry because it has the oils in it, and so you just set it aside. Boy, I like that. That's kind of nice. Okay, so there we go. This is a 5x7, multicolored, beautiful cells, absolutely gorgeous. All right, so hold on one second. and I'll take you around my studio if I can do this. I'm gonna jog. Okay, so here's the piece that we just did. That's really cool. Look at those cells. Isn't that amazing? Now we used what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors, but they just do some beautiful things together. All right, so I'm going to swing around behind me, and excuse the mess. This place is a mess. Here's a few things that I did. This is one I did today. Little feather. There's another feather. See, I kind of like these. I'm having a lot of fun doing these. I really am. And then I have a few more. Hang on. Over here. These are the black and white ones I was doing today. There's a black and white. There's a black and pink and white. These are a couple of the other ones. You saw these if you were looking at my Facebook. And here's one over here. I absolutely love this. Now, unfortunately, this one cracked. See the cracks along there? This one cracked. So that's because it was a little heavy in the paint. So I got to watch that. But hey, I'm learning. And here's one more coming up. Here's one I did of black and white with some blue. Nice. All right, well, that's it for today. I'm going back over here to my piece. Boy, those are some strong colors. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.